to your right a bit. Inshallah. Go to your right a little bit. To your right, no, to your left. Yeah. Let me get you water.
Inshallah. I still have my right hand.
Come on, guys.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tamasaka bi sunnatihi bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin, amma ba'd. After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, and upon his family and his companions, and upon all those who follow upon his guidance into the establishment of the last day. To proceed, إخوان, فنواصل معكم في هذه الليلة المباركة الكريمة عونا من الرحمن الرحيم. So we continue this blessed and noble night of ours, seeking the aid and the assistance of our Lord, the most merciful, the most compassionate, مستفيدين ومتعلمين من باب فضل العلم. And we're still mentioning some of the benefits connected to the virtues of knowledge. The virtues of knowledge. فقال فالعلم له شأن عظيم. So knowledge has a tremendous virtue. وفضل كبير, and has a tremendous bounty and blessing. فينبغي لكل مسلم الحرص عليه. So it's obligatory upon every Muslim to be diligent and to exhaust his efforts, her efforts, upon increasing themselves upon beneficial knowledge. وهكذا المرأة, likewise the woman. وقلنا قبل يا إخوان في رأيي والله أعلم أن على المرأة أن تتعلم دينها أولى أو أفضل أو أهمة من أن يتعلم الرجل. والله أعلم. And we mentioned previously, in our humble estimation, our humble opinion, that it's more important for the women, the mothers, the daughters, our sisters, our wives, our mothers, to increase themselves upon beneficial knowledge. More so even than the men. More so even than the men. وكما قلنا لكم يا إخوان, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, as we mentioned previously, and all praise belongs to Allah. فذكرنا شيئا ما عن أنس وعن الإمام مالك رحمهم الله تعالى, and we mentioned previously some points connected to the mother of Anas and her understanding, her knowledge, her virtue. Likewise, the mother of the great Imam Malik رحمهم الله تعالى, may Allah have mercy upon them all. فعلى المسلمة يا إخوان, على المرأة المسلمة أن تتعلم دينها أفضل من أن يتعلم الرجل. فالأم أهم منها, الزوج أهم منها, البنت أهم منها, والله أعلم. Because the sister يا إخوان is more important than us. The woman learning her religion is more honorable, more in need. We are more in need of our mothers being knowledgeable, our wives being knowledgeable, our daughters especially, ikhwan, being knowledgeable about Islam. فنسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يعلم نساءنا, and we ask that Allah teaches our women. قال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So the Imam continues. وهكذا المرأة. He says likewise the woman. It's upon the woman to increase herself in knowledge. فينبغي الحرص والجد في طلب العلم من الجميع من الصنفين. So it's important that the man and the women, that they are diligent regarding increasing themselves upon beneficial knowledge. طيب من يذكر لنا حديث معاوية؟ Who can mention the حديث معاوية الذي تعلمناه قبل, the one that we learned before? تفضل. I said, whoever Allah intends good for, He gives him an understanding of the religion. ومن أيضا, who else can recite that لي؟ زيد. تفضل اقرأ.
نسيب حديث. من يريد الله به خيرا يفقهه في الدين.
جميلا. ومن شعيبا أو شعيب.
من يريد الله بخير
يفقهه
في الدين.
جميلا. من نسائنا, who from our sisters can recite the hadith that we learned earlier? ولو بالإنجليزي, even in English لا بأس. أو في الصومال لا بأس. Say it again. من يذكرها في عربية والإنجليزية والصومالية? Who can mention that hadith in 3 languages? In Arabic, English, and Somali. من منكم? Who can mention it in 3 languages? No, شعيب. No. طيب. No one from our women memorize the hadith? Oh, no. Sometimes we're hard on the women يا إخوان. وهذا لابد منه. And that's important يا إخوان. That's a must. That we encourage our mothers and our wives and our daughters and our sisters to learn their religion more so than us. فأنا أشد على بنتي من أن أكون على ابني. وهي تغضب على ذلك. والله أعلم. And my daughter, I'm kind of more hard on her than my son. And she doesn't understand that. وأختي أشد عليها من أخي. Likewise my sister, I'm more hard on her than my brother. وأمي كذلك أشد عليها من أبي. ونسأل الله تعالى أن يهدي أمي إلى الإسلام. And my mother, I try to be more hard on her than I am with my father. And I ask Allah guides my mother to Islam. فأمي نصرانية يا إخوان. My mother is a Christian. وأسأل الله تعالى العافية والسلامة. And we ask Allah gives us good, peace and well-being and peace. طيب قال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بيان العلم الواجب على العبد تعلمه. Next chapter. A clarification of the knowledge that's obligatory upon the servant to learn. هل كل علم سواء؟ What's your name one more time يا أخي؟ محمد. ما شاء الله. May Allah bless you. وعمرك كم؟ How old are you? 17. جميل ما شاء الله. May Allah bless you وإياكم. ففي رأيي أنا والله أعلم يا إخوان أن الله تعالى قد فضلكم على كثير من الأمم، كثيرا من البلدان، ونحتاج إلى الشكر. From what I see يا إخوان والله أعلم, Allah has blessed you brothers and sisters in this city, in this blessed masjid, preferring you over many masajid, many cities, and it's upon us to be grateful. And تستمر, and it's upon you to continue. وأن تواصلوا في حفظ القرآن وحفظ أحاديث النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام وتعليمكم اللغة العربية وتعليمكم الفقه وغير هذا وغير هذه من العلوم. And it's upon you all to continue to be diligent and to memorize and to be constant and continuous. ولا تنقطعوا, and do not stop, inshallah, upon seeking knowledge. طيب محمد. A nice question from Muhammad. طيب هل كل علم سواء? Is every knowledge the same? Everything that you study, is the ruling of it the same?
No.
الجواب لا. The answer is no. فما حكم تعليمنا اللغة العربية? What's the ruling on studying Arabic? من يجيب? We got some new faces. ما اسمك أنت يا أخي? What's your name? Our beloved young brother. The one looking around. What's your name, man? Uthman. Jamila. Is it obligatory to learn Arabic? Recommended? Allowed? Hated? What do you say? How old are you? Okay, how old are you? It's better? لا. How old are you? 13. ما شاء الله. هو يا إخوان ما حكم تعليمنا العربية? What's the ruling on learning Arabic? شو أي؟ Obligatory, recommended, hated, allowed to do. Recommended. جميلة. طيب. Sophia.
You.
You. Last time you were sitting there, right? Look, man was there, and the other brother was there. You, what's the ruling on studying Arabic? Obligatory, recommended, hated, allowed, or haram? We forgot haram. Haram.
What was the question?
Is it obligatory to study Arabic? Recommended, haram, or allowed? What do you say? Recommended. طيب. العلماء يخالفونكم. The scholars differ with you guys. العلماء يقولون أن تعليم العربية على غير العرب واجب. وعلى العرب واجب. The scholars, they say, studying Arabic for the non-Arab. You know non-Arab? Non-Arab, the one who his tongue, her tongue, is not the Arab tongue. Meaning, they don't speak Arabic. So we're not Arab, we have to learn Arabic language. So the scholars, they say, learning Arabic is obligatory, not recommended. لماذا يقولون هذا? Why do they say that? هل توجد آية من الكتاب أو حديث من حديث النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام يأمرنا الله تعالى بالعربية أو يأمرنا النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام بتعليم العربية? Is there any verse in the Quran, in the entire Quran, where Allah is commanding you to learn Arabic? The answer is no. Is there a hadith so far that we have learned? يا شيخ, say it again.
لا فضل على عربي على عجمي إلا بالتقوى.
Ahsant. The Shaykh, Dr. Slightly Lemas, he mentions that there's no superiority over the Arab or the non-Arab, the non-Arab over the Arab, except with taqwa. Taqwa is the only thing that determines who's better. Sahih. كلامه صحيح. He's correct. لكن لا نتكلم عن هذا. But we're not talking about who's better. طيب. نتكلم عن حكم تعليم العربية. We're talking about the ruling on learning Arabic. No matter where you're from. Somalia, America, Yemen, المهم حكم تعليم اللغة. Wherever you're from, it doesn't matter. We're not talking about that, ya ikhwan. We're talking about, but our Shaykh is correct. No one is better than no one. Except with what? التقوى. ومن يعلم تقوى الشخص. But who knows the taqwa of someone? Allah. فلا يجوز للشخص أن يظن أنه أفضل من شخص آخر. العبرة ليس عنده. لا. العبرة عند الله. So it's not allowed for someone to think he's better than someone else. This sister thinks she's better than her. How does she know? من علمها? Who taught her that? This brother thinks he's better than him. من علمك أنك أفضل من هذا? Who taught you that you're better than him? العبرة تقوى. The test, the litmus test, the test of who's better is with Allah. التقوى لا يرى أبدا. You're never going to see the taqwa of someone. It's impossible. You're never going to see it. Sometimes my wife, she says, I don't see that you love me. You guys with me? Look, man. She says, أنا لا أرى حبك إلي. She says, I don't see that you love me. I say, it's impossible. You're never going to see it. You guys with me? You're never going to see it. She said, what do you mean? I'm not going to see the love. Never. Ishrah, explain. You say, الحب من أعمال القلب. وأعمال القلب لا ترى أبدا. We say love is an action of the tongue? No. Action of the limbs? No. Where's the origin of love? Are you in the heart? So the actions of the heart are never going to be visible. Ever. What's an action of the heart? Shuayban? Where's the other brother? What's your name again? Adnan? خالد الأمر؟ طيب لا بأس. That's hard on me. Hanif? طيب. I got you now. Can't hide no more. طيب. What's the action of the heart? Give me one. Not the prayer. Something that only the heart does. Somebody help our beloved brother out?
Pumps blood.
Religious action. Our sheikh says it pumps blood. Yes, it does. Pumps blood. Religiously. Father. Hey, khushu'. You don't see no one's khushu' ever. Never. لماذا? Why don't you see it? أعمال القلب. It's an action of the heart. What's another? Ihsan. Ihsan is the action of the heart, the origin. But you can do good to someone. You can see ihsan from someone. Something only the heart does. Only the heart. Khashya. Dhukira, I mentioned that. Another one. Niyyah. Who said that? Niyyah, Allahu Akbar. The intention, Allahu Akbar. لا ترى أبدا. You're never going to see someone's intention. Never. لماذا? Why don't you see it? أعمال القلب. It's in the heart. وذكر الإخلاص. Someone else said what? Sincerity. الذي يتصدق ربما يصدق لله وربما يصدق لوجوه الناس. وهذا شرك. The person who gives sadaqah. Sometimes some masajid they say, hey, who's going to give us $100? I say, don't do that. Don't make those type of nonsense. Who's going to give us $500? And then you see the people take out their money in front of the people, mashallah. And then the sisters take out their jewelry and give their jewelry, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. No problem. But to ask the people to do that in front of the people can corrupt someone's intention. You say to your son, إذا أنت تحفظ كل صورة لكل صورة أعطيك هدية الأولى لك أن تفعله بدون أن تقول له هذا. You say to your child, every surah you memorize, I'm going to take you to Walmart and buy you a gift. It's better not to do that. It's better just to do it. Don't tell him you're going to buy him a gift every surah. No. Why? Because his intention can become corrupt. He starts out, بدأ يحفظ لله ثم يستلم هدية وهدية وهدية ثم تتغير نيته. So he began for Allah's sake. Every surah, mashallah, Abby brought me a toy, Abby brought me a game, Umi brought me, mashallah, some Legos, whatever he likes. The next surah, he gets another gift, some more Legos, another Xbox, another PSP. Now what happens out of fear? His intention changes. He began for Allah, and then his intention changed. So it's dangerous to do the likes of that. It's better to just do it. You learn the surah, mashallah, hadiyah, here's a gift. Your wife learns a hadith, instead of telling her, every hadith you learn, I'm going to get you a new jilbab. Oh, mashallah. Tayyib. It's better not to do that. It's better just to do it. But don't tell her. I fear that her heart can change. Her intention can change. What's another action of the heart? Allahu Akbar. Santi. Iman. You don't see no one's iman, ya ikhwan. Ever. Why? هو أعمال القلب. It's an action of the heart. فماذا يرى? So what do you see? What do you see? You see Islam, you see the actions, you see the traces of the love. When the wife, she says, I don't see your love for me. You said, you're never going to see that. She says, explain, what do I see then? You see the traces of the love. The effects. You don't see the love itself. You see the traces of it. It's an action of the heart. Action of the heart. Wallahu a'lam. So let's get back here, ikhwan. As our brother Muhammad, he says, not every knowledge is the same. So, the scholars you mentioned, العلماء يقولون تعليم اللغة العربية واجب. Learning Arabic is obligatory. What verse says that? What hadith says that? No verse says that. في القرآن لا يقول هذا الله. Allah didn't say that. Learning Arabic is obligatory. So where did the ulama get it?
Reading the Quran is obligatory.
Huh?
Reading the Quran is obligatory.
Hey, reading the Quran is obligatory. وَنُضِيفُ كَلَامِ إِلَى هَذَا الْكَلَامِ الْمُبَارَكِ. And we'll add to that blessed speech there. Not only reading the Quran is obligatory, لكن أن يفهم القرآن العبد واجب. ولا يفهمه فهما صحيحا إلا بلغته العربية. Learning that, understanding the Quran is obligatory. And you're never, somebody heard this benefit down here. You're never going to understand the Quran correctly, except in Arabic. You're never going to understand the Quran فهما صحيحا إلا بلغته أي بلغة العربية. You're never going to understand the Quran. Teach your wives, teach your husbands, teach your mothers, teach your fathers, teach your brothers, teach your sisters, teach your children, especially your children. Before they go to sleep, hey, لا تفهم القرآن فهما صحيحا إلا بالعربية. Teach your children this sentence. You're never going to understand the Quran, never, with the correct understanding, except in Arabic. So when you get tired from studying Arabic, and it's going to wear you out. You get sleepy, you get dreary and weary. Remember, it's obligatory to study Arabic. Not every science is the same. Follow.
And like studying Arabic, we consider worship.
And studying Arabic what?
We consider worship.
Allahu Akbar. Not can it be, it is. بشرط واحد, with one condition. Our beloved brother, he says, هل تعليم اللغة العربية تكون واجبا أو تكون من العبادات؟ فنقول نعم. He says, is studying Arabic considered to be worship? We say yes. بشرط واحد, with one condition. What's the condition? Allahu Akbar. The niyyah. With the husn niyyah, the correct intention. إذا العبد يدرس العربية بدون نية صحيحة لا يكون هذا الفعل عبادة. إذا يحمل نية صحيحة يكون هذا الفعل عبادة. والله أعلم. If the student is studying Arabic without the correct intention, he's trying to impress someone. I'm not studying it for Allah, I just want to outdo Muhammad. They call him the Shaykh, I want to be the Shaykh. Not for Allah's sake, no. Just so he won't be the Shaykh. He gets a lot of attention. I want to be better than him. It's dangerous to compete with your brothers and sisters with an evil intention. To be motivated by your brothers and sisters, that's a good thing. The sister gets every question right. So her companion says, I'm going to compete with Aisha. I've never heard her get a question wrong. She memorizes every hadith. So now you stay up at night trying to compete with her upon goodness. For Allah's sake. That's good. كان عمر يفعل هذا لأبي بكر. Umar was like that with Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr wasn't competing with Umar. No. But Umar, in a good way, was trying to compete with Abu Bakr. But usually, Abu Bakr already did it. Umar is doing it, Abu Bakr is on his way back from doing it. Allahu Akbar. At any rate, to be motivated by your brother is good. Your sister is good. But to compete with an evil intention, I just want to be the best in the class. Why? Just to do it. No. For Allah's sake, you be your best. You memorize your best. You be diligent. You stay up at night memorizing. Why are you doing that? For Allah's sake. That's a good intention. Fine. Anyone else? So what are the scholars using to say that studying Arabic is obligatory? As we mentioned, لأن يفهم القرآن والسنة فهما صحيحا واجب. ولا نفعل هذا إلا بالعربية. Because that's a principle. To understand the Quran and Sunnah with the correct understanding is obligatory. And you're never going to do so without Arabic. So therefore Arabic becomes obligatory. That's a principle in usul al-fiqh. In usul الفقه. طيب let's continue يا إخوان. تفضل يا شيخ.
Okay, does it become a sin now if you get into an old age or something and you have another every time?
طيب على حسب, it depends. إذا عبد لا يحاول, if the man or the sister, the brother has the ability to learn but doesn't. You brothers have classes, mashallah, مدرسون, you have teachers, alhamdulillah, يمكنكم أن تستفيدوا منه, that you can benefit from. والواحد منكم والعوذ بالله لا يلحق الدروس, لا يدرس شيئا, يجلس على جنب, وله قوة, له صحة, يمكنه, لكن لا. So you have classes going on, alhamdulillah, you have beneficial teachers, alhamdulillah, memorizing from the sisters and from the brothers, alhamdulillah. And one of the brothers, he just doesn't want to learn. For whatever reason, laziness. He has the ability to, he has the strength to, he has the good health, he has the time, he's just always outside. While the classes are going on, he's looking in the window. Everyone is memorizing, he's right there every day. So this one could be sinful. But if you're trying and I just can't get it, there's no sin in that. يقول الله تعالى فاتقوا الله ما استطعتم. الآية سورة التغابن. Allah Ta'ala says, fear Allah to the best of your abilities. So you don't get it, there's no sin in that. And وحاولوا يا رب, I'm trying. I just can't get it. I'm studying Arabic. It's just hard on me. There's no sin in that. But you have to make the muhawala. You know muhawala? You have to try and put forth the effort. I would say to your brothers and ikhwan, أي كلمة تحفظها بالعربية لا تقولها إلا بالعربية إلا بالضرورة. I would say to my brothers and sisters, the ones that are studying Arabic, every word you learn in Arabic, only say it in Arabic. Unless there's a necessity. The sister studied Arabic, but her companion needs her to translate for her. So she translates. No problem. There's a need to do so. I would say it in Arabic, then translate it. Say it in Arabic, then translate it. It's better, it's going to help you tremendously. The brother that's listening to you, the child, especially you brothers that have children, speak to your children in Arabic. Your wife, speak to your wife in Arabic. The wives, speak to your husband in Arabic. The children, speak to your parents in Arabic. Even if it's one word. You know bait. Who knows bait, ya ikhwan? House. What else could it be? So you said a home. No, it can be a home and a house. What's another meaning it can be? Bait. Masjid, also. It can be also house of Allah. It's another meaning. Oh, I'll give you a benefit. The word bait can also be a line in shi'r, in poetry. One line is called the bait. So the bait can be a line in poetry, can also be a house. So تعلمنا بحمد الله كلمة واحدة البيت. So now I learn one word, البيت. Every time I want to say this word, say it in Arabic. Where you going, Muhammad? I'm going to the bait. Where you coming from? I just left the bait. Then you learn two words. Sayyara. What's sayyara, ikhwan? A car. MashaAllah, you got a new car. No, I got a new sayyara. It's going to help you tremendously. Where'd you get it from? The bait of Ali. Alhamdulillah. Then the next day you learn another word. Next thing you know, you're the translator for the ulama, mashallah ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. At any rate, you start off your learning at ikhwan, khutwatan khutwa, step by step.
What if فرض كفاية أو فرض عين؟
طيب, our brother's asking, is it fardu kifaya or fardu ayn? Is it obligatory upon some of the Muslims or all of the Muslims? The answer is,
So enough brothers here in this community,
is that sufficient? Fardu kifaya means the knowledge is kafin. Some of the people learn it, so it's sufficient. It's not upon everyone. Fardu ayn is the thing that's the ayn. You know the ayn? You guys know ayn? What's ayn, Muhammad? What's ayn? Look, man. The word ayn. What is it in English? What body part?
Earring.
Close. Close to your ear. Or almost close to your ear. What else? Our little baby sheikh. You know ayn? You know ayn? Allahu Akbar. Your eye. What else can ayn be? Spring. What else? A letter. MashaAllah. There are many. So we got I, a spring, a letter. Zit. More. What else? Oh, some of our sisters help us out. Ayn can be a body part. Ayn can be a spring. Ayn can be a letter. Ayn can also be the ayn, the evil eye. It can also be, one more. Alright? It can also be a spy. A spy. You acting like an ayn, ya a spy. You called him a bird? No, has a lot of meanings there. At any rate, it's one of the best ways to increase yourself in studying Arabic, that you use it. What's the benefit of studying Arabic if you're not going to use it? When you're in Arabic class, try to speak in Arabic. If you learn one word, use that one word. Hey, ya Ustadh, I left my homework in the base. That's one word I know. You learn another word, use that word. The more words you use, the more words you learn, you utilize them. It's going to help you tremendously. Sometimes we study Arabic, but in English. That's a mistake. Try to learn the language through that language. You learn the word, try to speak and increase yourself in that word. Alright, let's continue that one. قال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. العلم علمان. Knowledge is of two types. First benefit of this class. Knowledge is of two types. علم الدين وعلم الدنيا. Religious knowledge and worldly knowledge. Knowledge is of two types. علم الدين أو علم ديني وعلم دنيوي. Religious knowledge and worldly knowledge. فالعلم الديني واجب على كل مكلف. So religious knowledge is obligatory upon everyone that's entrusted. Who's entrusted? What does it mean when the ulama they say mukallaf? سمعتم بهذه الكلمة? You guys heard this word before. Mukallaf. What does it mean the person is entrusted? Who is entrusted? Who's entrusted? كل خلق, every creation is entrusted. كل خلق يقوم أمام الله تعالى يسألون عن أعمالهم. Is every creation going to stand in front of Allah يوم القيامة and be questioned for their actions? Or just two creations? Two creations. Who are they? Mankind and the jinn. The animals are not mukallaf. The angels are not mukallaf. And mukallaf means entrusted. Meaning, they're going to be questioned for their actions. Only two creation is going to be questioned for their actions. Al-insu wal-jinnu. Mankind and the jinn. Mankind and the jinn. قال أن يتعلم ما أوجب الله تعالى عليه وما حرم الله عليه. So they are obliged to learn what Allah made obligatory. And they are obliged to learn what Allah made haram. كما نص على ذلك أهل العلم, just as the scholars they mention in this regard. فالواجب على كل مكلف من الرجال والنساء أن يتعلم ما أوجب الله عليه. So it's obligatory upon those who are entrusted. Who's entrusted? Mankind and the jinn, or ins and jinn. From the men and from the women. هل للجن رجال والنساء? Does the jinn have mankind and women? Does the jinn have men and women? No. Our sister says yes. Our brother says yes. And that's correct. أن يتعلم ما أوجب الله تعالى عليه وأن يتفقه في دينه. So it's obligatory upon those who are entrusted. Who's entrusted? Muhammad. Who's entrusted? Ahsan. It's upon them to learn what Allah made obligatory. And for them to learn an understanding of the religion. فَيَعْرِفُ مَا أُوجِبَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى مِنْ صَلَاةٍ وَغَيْرِهَا. So with knowledge he learns what's obligatory from the prayer. كَمْ صَلَاةً أَوْجِبَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِينَ. How many prayers does Allah make obligatory upon the Muslim? 5. Madalil, what's the proof that the Muslim prays 5 times a day? What's the proof we have to pray? If we don't pray, we're not Muslims, according to the strongest opinion of the ulama. فالعلماء يختلفون. There are 2 positions, the scholars differ here. What's the proof that the Muslim has to pray? Man قال هذا. Who said that? Our beloved brother mentioned the hadith of the Messenger of Allah. This hadith is narrated by Ibn Umar. Collected by Bukhari Muslim. بني الإسلام على 5. Islam is built upon 5. ثم ذكر الصلاة. And then he mentioned the other prayers. وبدون الصلاة سقط إسلام العبد. So you take the prayer away, the Islam of the servant falls. He's no longer Muslim. The scholars differ here. العلماء يختلفون. القول الأول أن الذي يترك الصلاة كافر. The first opinion of the ulama is that whoever leaves off the salah, abandons the salah, is a disbeliever. والقول الثاني أنه مسلم في أنه يكفر لكنه مسلم. هو في حال الكفر أو هو فعل فعل الكفر بترك الصلاة لكنه مسلم. So the second opinion is that the one who leaves off the prayer is still a Muslim, but he did an action of disbelief by leaving off the prayer. So there are 2 opinions from the ulama. And no one should get offended, ya ikhwan. Sometimes in issues of fiqh, we begin to want to argue and want to fight and not give salams and boycott. No, it's not like that, ikhwan. The scholars, they differ sometimes.
Sure.
But alhamdulillah. Fadla ya.
A person who, like, let's say, he skips salah due to like laziness or forgetfulness, is he equivalent to a person who intentionally leaves salah?
طيب, الجواب الله أعلم لا. Our brother's asking, is the one who deliberately leaves off the prayer like the one who doesn't pray out of laziness? And the answer is no. The one who does it متعمدا is different than the one who does it متكاسلا, out of laziness. There's 2 differences. At any rate, leaving off the salah, ترك الصلاة, فرق بين أن يترك الصلاة كاملة أو لا يصلي أحيانا. فرق كبير بين هذا وهذا. Abandoning the prayer, ikhwan, leaving off the salah, is different than not praying from time to time. Some scholars say they're the same. But the strongest opinion is, the point is that you leave off the salah. He no longer prays. So the first opinion is the one who does not pray anymore is no longer a Muslim. He has to become a Muslim again. And the second opinion is that he's still a Muslim, she's still a Muslim, but they did an action of kufr, action of disbelief. الإمام الشافعي والإمام أحمد ما تعلقهما? What's the relationship between Shafi and Ahmad? Shafi was a student of Ahmad. Shafi was his teacher. وَلَعَلَّهُ مِنْ أَفَاضِلِ عُلَمَائِهِ رَحِمَهُمْ اللَّهُ. And we would say he's from the most honorable of his teachers, according to Imam Ahmad. He used to pray almost every scholar, لا أصلي صلاة إلا أدعو للشافعي رحمه الله. So Ahmad used to say, I don't pray a prayer except that I make dua for Shafi. He's from his best of the scholars. He was from the closest. He loved Shafi tremendously, in fact, more than any of his ulama. At any rate, هما يختلفان في نفس المسألة. But these 2 great imams, Shafi is his sheikh, Ahmad was a student. Although Ahmad was way more memorized than Shafi in hadith. But that was his sheikh. He learned so much from Shafi. So much. But they differed in this issue. To Ahmad, الذي يترك الصلاة كافر. للشافعي, لا. يكون مسلما. To Ahmad, the student, whoever leaves off the salah was a disbeliever. To Shafi'i, he's still a Muslim, but he did an action of kufr. So this is a sheikh and the student different. Not like today. أنا أختلف معك وأنت تختلف معي. أنت لا تتكلم إلي أنا لا أتكلم إليك أنا لا أسلم عليك أنت لا تسلم علي هذا خطأ. هذا خطأ يا إخوان. Nowadays, you take an opinion, your brother takes an opinion. Y'all stop talking. The sister no longer sits next to her companion. Why, girl? I differ with her. You stop giving her salams? Yes. Why? Me and her differ. So get a different ikhwan. In a lot of issues, you find that the companion is different in some issues. Issues of fiqh, لا تضر أبدا. Another benefit. Issues of fiqh, if you differ in them, will never harm. Never. Who can give us something that the people differ in? A fiqh. Not aqidah. Fiqh. Muhammad. MashaAllah. Pointing the finger in the tashahhud. العلماء يختلفون من السلف إلى الخلف من السلف إلى العلماء اليوم. From the scholars of the past, they're different in this issue. To the scholars of today, they're different in this issue. And they're going to differ until Yawm al-Qiyamah. Do you point your finger? Do you move your finger? My one sheikh taught us, you point it. The other sheikh taught us, you move it. He has his adillah, he has his adillah. If you're qualified to make tarjih, you know tarjih. A new word. You brother study in Arabic, write this word down. Tarjih. Tarjih. Ta, ra, jim, ya, ha. In English, T, A, R, J, E, E, H. Tarjih. Tarjih. What does this mean? You can differentiate and study, you can look at the evidence and see what's stronger. What hadith is stronger? What statement is stronger? You're qualified to make this tarjih, to say which the strongest position. You can't do that without knowledge. You have to look at all the hadith, all the ayat, all the statements of the companions, all the statements of the great imams, and then you compare. What's the strongest? At any rate, most of the scholars, they say what? Al-ishara biduni tahriq. You point without moving it. Just point without moving it. But there are some that say you move it. Shaykh Albani has an opinion of the greatest scholars of today, that you make the tahriq. You move the finger. Shaykh Muqbil rahimahullah, one of the strongest scholars of our time, the sheikh of all of our shuyukh, he says you just point it. And they both bring their proofs. At any rate, you point your finger, your brother Muhammad moves his finger. So now, la tatakallamu ilayhi, you're not going to talk to him because of that? You're not going to marry your daughter off to his son now? Why? What happened with you and the brother? Man, I don't talk to that brother no more. Why? Y'all was close. I found out he moves his finger. Not like that in a car. Issues of fiqh would never harm. The sister wearing niqab is recommended. Allahu Akbar. I tell the women, wear your niqab. It's recommended. It's recommended. Some scholars say it's obligatory. Alhamdulillah. That doesn't harm you, ikhwan. So the sister now, Amatullah wears niqab. Fatima doesn't wear niqab. So when Amatullah sees Fatima, I'm not going to pray beside her. Why not? Amatullah, what happened? She takes the position that is recommended. Most scholars take that position. That's what the proofs point to. I take the position that is obligatory. So you don't talk to her, you don't go to her house, you don't visit her, your kids don't play with her kids. No, not like that. Ikhwan. Most of the issues that we argue about today, we shouldn't be arguing about. The reason we argue about them is because we're ignorant, number one. Sometimes the scholars differ. For example, Ahmad and Shafi'i يختلفان في هذه المسألة. They differ in this issue. What's the issue? Whoever leaves off the salah, disbeliever. Ahmad ذهب إلى أنه كافر. الشافعي ذهب إلى أنه ليس بكافر. وهو شيخه. Ahmad had the position, he's a disbeliever. Shafi'i had the position, he's still a Muslim. They didn't argue and fight. He was from his closest companions. He was from the best scholars he ever had. ثم الشافعي يسأل أحمد سؤالا. And then Shafi asked Ahmed a question. فقال يا إمام أنت ترى أن تارك الصلاة كافر؟ قال نعم. قال كيف يكون مسلما? So Shafi says, Ya Imam, let me ask you a question. You take the position that the one who leaves off the prayer is a disbeliever? Ahmed said, yes, I do. He said, then how does he become a Muslim? He says, يتشهد. He has to take a shahada. Shafi says, he already did it. They different. To Shafi'i, he already took the shahada. To Ahmed, he invalidated it. They're different. They didn't go to blows. I wish we can see more of how the scholars differ with each other and how they keep their honor and mercy. One of the reasons I wanted to go learn my religion, Ikhwan, when I saw 3 scholars who had different opinions on the same panel, asked the same question, gave 3 different answers, and not one of them felt any other way. They had manners. They still called each other Sheikh, not like today. I'm not even calling you Sheikh no more. Why? You trimmed your beard. Not like that, Ikhwan. Why? You gave the brother salams, he doesn't wear a thobe. Most of the issues we're arguing about, Ikhwan, is the foolishness looks like it's with us. We take a position for or against ignorantly. That's why it's so important to learn. Sometimes with knowledge, you're going to shut up. If you have nothing good to say, we've been commanded to do what? To shut up. The Muslim, لا يتكلم كلام السوء أبدا. The Muslim, the true Muslim, may Allah make us all true Muslims, never has something bad to say. Never. Amarana Nabi alayhi salatu bi amrayn. The Prophet commanded us with 2 things. What's the first of them? فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا, to speak good. What's the second one? أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ, or to shut up. The Prophet said, the meaning of the hadith, مَنْ كَانَ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ. That's the meaning of the Nabi. There's a commandment from the Prophet. In English, you don't see the command. It shows the importance of Arabic. In English, you don't see it. In English, we say, whoever believes in Allah on the last day, let him speak good. If you don't know English, this let, you don't see it. That's a commandment. In Arabic, that's the lam. The lam of Amr. The lam of the command. Fal, the lam, فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا. The Prophet is commanding you. Commanding him to speak good or لِيَصْمُتْ, or be quiet. 2 commandments. So the Muslim has nothing good to say, shut up. When the Muslim speaks, it's good speech. MashaAllah, you look nice today. Even if he doesn't look nice today. Same old shirt from yesterday. Alhamdulillah. Who is that going to harm? MashaAllah, ya akhi. I like that. Look at his smile now. You like this? Yeah, alhamdulillah. My mom made this shirt 30 years ago. May Allah bless your mother. Alhamdulillah. The sister makes you some rice. You know the rice is not that good. MashaAllah, sister. May Allah reward you. That's the best rice I've ever had. Allah, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. She says, you like my rice? Yes. She goes, oh, me. That rice I always burn, I didn't burn it last night. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Watch how happy she is. Alhamdulillah. Nowadays, it's like, it's hard for us to be nice to one another. Why is it so hard to be brothers? Why? Allah Ta'ala, He says, the Messenger alayhi salatu he says, من حديث أبي هريرة من حديث ابن عمر في البخاري ومسلم وكونوا عباد الله إخوانا, and be, O servants of Allah, brothers to one another. How can you speak ill of your brother? How can you speak ill of your sister as a Muslim? How? It's impossible for the Muslim, because you're commanded to do 2 things: speak good or shut your mouth. Some of the Salaf, I've never did this action yet. I pray one day I'll do this. Some of the Salaf كانوا يضعون أحجارا صغارا في فمهم لتمنع تحريك لسانهم. Many of the Salaf, I never did this yet. I pray one day I have the honor to do this. I pray. They used to put small rocks in their mouth. Why? to stop their tongues from just doing whatever they want. Lying, backbiting, tail carrying, talking evil. So they would pick pebbles in their mouth. You can't talk, but a pebble in your mouth. The brother wants to say, he has something in his mouth. You can't do it. So the Salaf, they used to pick pebbles in their mouth to stop them from lying, slandering, tail carrying, speaking evil speech. Many of us should do that. Instead of speaking something bad, no, that's your brother. Even if you don't like, I just don't like him. Why? I don't know. It's just something, I just don't like that person. Okay, no problem. Still speak good. The sister, just something about that girl. I just don't like her. Amatallah doesn't like Sophia. Why? What did she do to you? Nothing. Don't speak bad about her. Speak good or shut your mouth. Easy. Even the child can do that. Hey, speak good or be quiet. Shukran, Abby. Easy. But the adults, it's hard for us now. For some reason, Allah Ta'ala, كم بقي من الوقت لما استوى يا إخوان؟ المستعان. It took all the time, يا إخوان. Man, I'll make it easy, يا إخوان. طيب, so we'll stop there, inshallah, يا إخوان. May Allah bless you all. Who can give us a benefit, inshallah ta'ala, from something they wrote or something they learned? Luke, man, give me something you learned tonight. Something you wrote down. Something about knowledge. What does knowledge do?
You must learn knowledge if you're a Muslim.
MashaAllah, it's obligatory to learn knowledge as a Muslim. May Allah bless you, Luqman, Muhammad, Faidatan, give us a benefit. Something ta'alamta or istafata min, something you learned or benefited from.
Speak good.
Allah Akbar. Speak good, ya ikhwan. Remember this hadith. Hadith 101. Speak good or be quiet. I have nothing good to say. Shut up. Easy. Give us a benefit, ya Muhammad. Something you learned or something you benefited from.
It's okay to differentiate between matters of fiqh.
It's okay. It doesn't harm. It's never going to harm issues of fiqh, not belief. It's never going to harm. Never. He puts his hands on his chest. Alhamdulillah. He puts his hands on his navel. Who is that going to harm? That's the issue of fiqh. The hadith Ali is weak. No problem. Maybe he doesn't know that. So you're going to boycott him because of that? I'm not praying behind him. Why? His hands are a little, half a centimeter low. No, not like that, ya akhi. Not like that. Another benefit that many of us forget, making the husnul dhan lil ikhwa wal akhawat, having good thoughts of our brother and our sister. What happened to making excuses for your brother? The true believer is the one, if he sees his brother doing something, he refutes his eyes. No, that's not my brother. You know it's him. No, that's not him. My eyes, if I don't have my glasses on, my eyes tear up. Maybe he forgot. You make excuses. He didn't know it's time to pray. He's worrying about the game. He didn't eat last night. Whatever, you begin to make excuses. And sometimes you have to practice that. It's hard to make excuses. So you have to practice and practice and practice. Who else can give us some benefits before we leave here, Ikhwan, and then we'll stop here, inshallah. Anyone else? Learn something. Fadli Yazid?
Learning the Arabic language is vital.
Learn Arabic is obligatory, Ikhwan. One of our new brothers that came in late, tell me a name first and give me something you learned. I see 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 new faces. Tell me something, tell me a name first so I can know my brothers. MashaAllah.
My name is
Akram, may Allah bless you. And tell me something you learned. If you don't have anything to say, don't say nothing. Easy. One of the things that got me to Islam, if I tell you my story when I was a Christian, Ikhwan, all of you will cry. Allah, Allah. Sometimes I can't even say it. It makes me cry. At any rate, we have more time one day we'll do that, Ikhwan. At any rate, when I was a Christian, one of the things I loved about Islam, the Muslim doesn't speak bad. You didn't see Muslims when I was a Christian talking about people. I never heard a Muslim talk bad about no one. In my college, My brother Ibrahim Fletcher, may Allah guide this brother and honor this brother. I've never heard him say anything bad. In college, the food was terrible. We had terrible food there. I went to college in PA. You're not going to eat that food. The brother's sitting there. You don't like the meat? No, it's actually good. Why are you not eating? I prefer not to. Noble character, mashallah, stuff you don't see today. Never talked about anyone. People will talk about him. He wore a thobe when in college. First brother I seen wearing a thobe. He wore a scarf at the college. First brother I seen wearing a scarf. Me. Brothers laughing, hey, what's that man with that dress on? He never said nothing. He would say, may Allah guide you. Have a good day. I said, they're talking about you. I know. I just prayed for him. That was amazing to me. Women trying to talk to him and the likes, he turning away. Yeah, she's pretty. My Lord is watching me. Who is your Lord? Allah. I never seen nothing like that in my life. At that time. So good character, ikhwan, plays a role. Plays a role. So we'll stop here, inshallah. May Allah bless you all. We apologize for the ta'khir, the lateness. Wa akramakum Allah. Wa subhanahu wa ta'ala.